The riparian ecosystems are bodies of fresh water and the land surrounding the water. Many plants and animals are in these ecosystems and use the fresh water to survive. The locations we focused on are in Colorado. Animals, from fish to moose, use the riparian ecosystems in Colorado to survive, for its food and its water source. Plants surround these ecosystems because it is easy to access water for them to thrive. The land and water are used for humans to walk about and sightsee around the areas like in Hanging Lake, but sadly the amount of tourism in these lakes and rivers is creating major problems for the ecosystem. The riparians in Colorado are facing two major problems: pollution and soil compaction. The pollution is caused by the careless tourists that visit these places.
An animal affected by the pollution is the greenback cutthroat trout. It is currently listed as threatened on the endangered species list, while still being the state fish of Colorado. It suffers from human interaction with pollution and fishing. There hasn't been much change in order to preserve the species. A plant affected by the soil compaction is the cottonwood trees. These trees benefit the riparian zone by preventing soil erosion. However, this is erased when we start to make roads and create pathways. If water cannot get into the roots of these trees and plants because of the soil compaction, the vegetation will die off. If we do not try to preserve these riparian ecosystems near us, plants and animals will deplete, along with the rest of the ecosystem, if we treat the water badly.
We have two solutions to the problems our ecosystem faces. Our first solution to the two major problems in our ecosystem, pollution and soil compaction caused by humans, is not to close our ecosystem, but implement things to help keep the environment clean. For public, state parks, and popular tourist attractions that have water systems in there, we are going to have a $5 entry fee so that we can have more money for our solution. For the trash left by the humans endangering the animals and plants is to use some of the government-funded money and the money from the entry fee to add trash cans so people won't be prompted to just throw their trash on the ground. We will also buy signs that have information about pollution and its effects on the plants and animals in certain environments. We will also hire a park ranger to maintain the park and make sure people don't litter and do things they're not supposed to do. This park ranger will make sure people stay in designated paths and won't cross restricted areas. This will solve the soil compaction problem and the pollution problem. Our second solution to save the area is to completely cut off access from all tourists and people that want to visit riparian ecosystems in Colorado. We are planning to close off affected areas for 15 to 20 years or longer if needed. In this time, Colorado will lose money from the lack of tourism in these areas and local businesses because of the closing of the riparians. But the ecosystem during this time will rejuvenate so that the plants and animals will be happy and healthy. In our opinion, the restoration of these riparian ecosystems is more important than the limited amounts of money being brought in. We have to solve these two main problems in order to restore the life to these riparian ecosystems.